Well, Carnival is a lot of things to a lot of people, and one downside is it can create quite the mess in your home. So the beads we scream for may end up in a pile in your bedroom or boxed in the attic. So how do you deal with all the throws once the parades are over? Professional organizer Stasia Symes joins us with a little bit of advice. And so we have, carnivals here. We have a ton of beads, Stasia. I don't know what to do with them, so I just kind of throw them in the garage. What's the best way to handle this, you think?
Well, I've got about 5 tips for us today, Antoine. Thanks for having me back, first of all.
Oh, of course.
And so the very first one, a lot of people have a hard time deciding, is it trash, treasure, or something in between?
That's my thing.
So the very first tip is, if you're going to ride in a crew the next year, save your money, save your throws. Best place to keep these things would be like an attic or garage, storing them in a plastic bin so they're up and out of the way.
Okay.
But if you are struggling for storage, you might have to make some tough decisions and let go of some other things to make room for those Mardi Gras throws.
So if I have attachment issues, right, and I get some that I just love, and then I get a ton that I don't really like, or they're just kind of the more common ones.
Yes.
What else should I do?
Okay, those would be your treasures.
Okay.
And separate your treasures from just the average throws, and at least once a year pull those treasures out and put them out on display. That could be on your Mardi Gras tree, on your mantle. Personally, I keep my Muse's shoe and Zulu coconuts out all year round.
Right. Those are some of the more significant ones you have to keep. And then there's also a point where you can sort of give back.
Yes.
To a certain degree.
So donate. Well, one of the things you can do is, if you're not riding but a friend is, give it to a friend, pass it on. There are also a lot of artists around town that will take even broken beads that you can upcycle and create Mardi Gras, or you can get crafty yourself, grab a hot glue gun and make some bead art for your own home.
Very true. Or even a hat, or you can put on your suit jacket. I've seen Bill Capo does that all the time.
Yes.
So if we have just so many, if we are just sort of stuck with all these beads, we could also go another route too, and as far as giving back to the environment.
We can recycle these beads, and we're actually giving back to the community. So there is, you go and Google Arc of New Orleans. Okay. You'll find that there are over 15 locations here in New Orleans that are the purple and gold bins that you see here.
Awesome. You
can donate beads at any of these bins and throws year round. And the other thing too is free cycle. You can simply just put these things curbside and watch as they magically disappear to a new home.
That's right, like twice a week, right? All right, and so we have a little bit of before and after pictures that just sort of give an example of what it looks like when you get all your beads, and then we know if we can pull it up. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, maybe not. There we go. And so if you look here on the left, this is sort of typical.
Yes.
Before and after, but now, how long does it take, and how much effort does it really take to get that after picture? Because that
was a client that I was working with. That's about 3 hours right there.
Wow.
So again, when you're working with a professional organizer, you're staying on point, you're staying focused. When you're working with yourself, it's just good to eliminate distractions and making sure that it's just you working on something for a specific amount of time.
And let me ask you this, Stasia, when you do have so many throws sometimes, is it best to just, I guess as far as a place to put them, is it best to have like a corner set off, or should you just sort of put them where they fit? Or do you think it's best to have, here's my Mardi Gras section every year?
A designated area, having a designated area in your home. So like I said, like somewhere up out of the way, ideally where you would keep your other holiday decorations.
Okay.
And if you're having a hard time, making room for it, you might have to, like I said, have to make some hard decisions. What can be removed in order to make room for those throws?
Well, hey, there's always some great advice when you come through, and of course, hey, for more tips and for anything Mardi Gras related, any consultation you need with professional organizer Stasia Symes, call 920-1800. Number's right there, or you can visit our website, www.ltv.com. Click links on 4. She has some great advice, and trust me, she will help you clear that clutter. It's true. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Antoine.